So coming to chapter 20, coordinates and solution of simultaneous linear equations graphically and distance formula. So first we'll look at coordinates and solution of simultaneous linear equations graphically. That is the first part. Distance formula is the second part. Alright, here. So prior to starting this, first we'll take a look at the concept of rectangular axis. What is rectangular axis? I'll draw it here. Suppose this horizontal axis is x-axis, vertical is y-axis. The point where the x-axis and y-axis meet is the origin. This point is known as origin, denoted by 0 0. Suppose P is any point on x in the quadrant between the x and y-axis. In the positive quadrant between the x and y-axis, mind it, the horizontal axis is the x-axis in a plane. This axis I have drawn in a plane. In a plane, the horizontal is the x-axis, vertical is the y-axis. The point of intersection of the x and y-axis is the origin. That is denoted by 0 0 and is denoted by O. Suppose we take a point P on x and y-axis. The coordinate of P becomes, from the x-axis it is x, suppose, and from the y-axis it becomes, from the x-axis, from the y-axis it becomes, from the x-axis, from the y-axis it becomes x. See, the coordinate of P from this distance is we are measuring from the on the x-axis. The P distance we are measuring on the x-axis. All right, and this distance we are measuring on the y-axis. So this becomes y. The distance for the point P, the coordinates becomes xy. This x we are measuring from on the x-axis with regard to the x-axis, this distance, and this distance we are measuring with regard to the y-axis. All right, so it becomes y. This becomes x, this becomes y. So the point is denoted by xy. Now remember, this distance which we measure from we measure on the x-axis from the y-axis is known as abscissa. ABSCISSA, abscissa. This distance which we measure on the x-axis with respect to the y-axis from the y-axis is known as abscissa, and this distance which we measure on the y-axis with respect to the x-axis, which is y, is known as the ordinate. So what do we get here? This is the abscissa, this is the abscissa, that is x, and this is the ordinate, that is y. So the point becomes xy. Also remember, this pxy, which the point we get, that is x is abscissa, y is ordinate, is not equal to pyx. Pyx is altogether a different point which lies on a different quadrant with regard to the axis. So there are four quadrants in a plane and their sign convention goes like this. I'll just draw it for you. These are the four quadrants. All right, this the x-axis, I just showed you the first quadrant here. This is only the first quadrant. This is the first, this is the second, this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, this is the fourth quadrant. So x-axis is here, y-axis is here, this is the y negative axis, this is the x negative axis. All right, and this is the point of intersection, which is the origin. I hope you are able to understand. This is the x negative. I'll draw it a bit closer so that you are able to see. All right, this is the x-axis, this is the x negative, this is the y, this is the y negative, and these are the four quadrants, 1 2 3 4. All right, so the sign convention is for here, for abscissa and ordinate, both are plus here, because this is the positive part, this is also positive part, these two are negative parts. All right, so what is the sign convention for quadrant 2? I hope you can understand from here that this is the negative part, that is the abscissa becomes negative, ordinate becomes positive, so minus plus. All right, minus plus. Now what is the sign convention for the third quadrant? The third quadrant becomes this is the abscissa, that is negative, this is the ordinate which is also negative, so third quadrant becomes minus minus. And what is the sign convention for the fourth quadrant? Fourth quadrant abscissa becomes positive and ordinate becomes negative, that is abscissa plus ordinate minus, plus minus. I hope you got this sign convention. X axis this is positive part, y axis this is positive part, x axis this is negative part, x dash denoted by x dash, y axis this is negative part denoted by y dash. The point of intersection is the origin. So first quadrant, second, this is the first quadrant. Starting from anti-clockwise we'll take, anti-clockwise we are going to take the quadrants in order 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we can check by sign convention what is the sign for the abscissa and ordinate points. Alright, so this is plus plus, this is minus plus, this becomes minus minus, this becomes plus minus. Alright, abscissa and ordinate. Again I'll repeat the concept of abscissa and ordinate. See, if pxy is a point, I'll just show you. Suppose this is the first quadrant, alright, and here it is x axis, this is y axis, pxy is a point. So just you have to remember this one, that this x distance is measured with regard to the x axis, on that is on the x axis, is measured on the x axis, and the distance is from the y axis. This x distance is known as the abscissa, and this y distance which is measured on the y axis, and the distance is measured from the x axis, this is known as the ordinate. In simple terms, that becomes the point pxy. I hope you are able to understand the concept till now. So we'll now take a look at graphing linear equations, how to do it. So now taking a look at one example. Alright, we have to draw the graph of the line which is denoted by 4x plus 5y equals 20. The equation of the line is given as 4x plus 5y equals 20. So we have to draw the graph. This requires a graph paper, but I'll show it on a plain paper only for your convenience. I'll just show it on a plain paper because you need to understand this concept, that you know how to draw it on the graph paper. So we'll take it in the form y. You know the equation of a straight line is in the format y equal to mx plus c. You remember this equation? I hope you have done this equation in previous chapters, that y equals mx plus c, where m is the slope and c is the y-intercept. Here m is the slope, c is the y-intercept, y equal to mx plus c. Let's take it in the format. Alright, so here we'll take it 5y equals, this can be taken as 5y equals minus 4x plus 20. Alright, y can be taken as minus 4 by 5 x plus 4 plus 4. Alright, so m here becomes, c becomes 4, m becomes minus 4 by 5. Alright, so it goes like that. Now we will have to prepare this table. Let us take various numbers for x, 3 or 4 numbers for x randomly, so and find the simultaneous value of y in a small table. Let us take this small table. Yeah, so x and y. Alright, so let us take suppose 3 values for x, any 3 values for x. Suppose we'll take x as 0. If we take x as 0, what does y becomes? Y becomes 4, because this part becomes 0. Alright, suppose if we take x as 5, let us take x as 5. Alright, if we take x as 5, so 5 cancels out, minus 4 plus 4 becomes 0, y becomes 0. Alright, now if we take x as 10, suppose we take x as 10, so 5 into 2, minus 8 plus 4 becomes minus 4, y becomes minus 4. So for the values of 0, 5 and 10, the values of x becomes 0, 5 and 10, the value of y becomes 4, 0 and minus 4 side respectively. Now we have to plot this in a graph. Now we will take a look at how to solve that x and y values in this graph. This is the graph we have drawn. We have taken this x axis up to 10, y axis, negative x axis, negative y axis meeting at 0. So the values of x and y were 0, 4, x 5, y 0, x 10 and y minus 4. Alright, so first we'll draw this point, that is 0, 4. The coordinate of this points become 0, 4. Alright, so 0, 4, how do we draw? Taking 0 on the x axis and 4 on the y axis, this is the point 0, 4. Alright, now taking 5, 0, how do we draw? Alright, 5 on the x axis, this is 5 on the x axis and 0 on the y axis, that is 0. So this is the point 5, 0 and 10 minus 4. So 10 on the x axis minus 4 on the y axis. How do we take 10 on the x axis? We have taken, we take 10 on the x, this is the x axis, and minus 4 on the y axis, that is here, this one. The point lies here, somewhere here, because this is a paper, this is not a graph paper, so the location of the points are approximate, not exact. So this actually becomes a straight line. I'll just join it. This becomes a straight line. So this is the answer to the equation. So this line is actually 4x plus 5y equals 20. Alright, so this line is the line which is 4x plus 5y equals 20. The straight line which joins these 3 points, it will be absolutely a straight line. If it is not a straight line, then I think you might have done some error in solving the problem. So it has to be a straight line, and this straight line and this straight line will actually coincide, will have all the 3 points lying on it. So this is the line. Alright, I hope you are able to see it. 0, 4, 5, 0 and 10 minus 4. The line is 4x plus 5y equals 20. Now we'll take a look at solving a pair of linear equations graphically. So I'll just explain it in this graph only, how to solve a pair of equations, linear equations graphically. So suppose this is one equation which is given, 4x plus 5y equals 20. It is already given. A pair of equations are needed to solve a pair of equations can be solved graphically only when 2 equations are given, that is a pair is given. So let the first one equation be 4x plus 5y by 20. Okay, so we have already obtained the values of x and y for this and drawn the line, and graphically represented it on this line. That is, this is the straight line joining the point 0, 4, 5, 0 and 10 minus 4. Alright, now we'll take another equation, that is x plus 3y. Suppose let us take x plus 3y equals 6. Alright, x plus 3y equals 6. Let us take this equation. Alright, so y equals mx plus c in the format we have to do. So how do we do that? 3y equals minus x plus 6, y equals minus 1 by 3 x plus 2. Alright, y equals minus 1 by 3 x plus 2. In this format we can take the second equation, that is, suppose another equation is given, x plus 3y equal to 6. We can take it in the format y equals minus 1 by 3 x plus 2. Alright, so we'll take it in this format. Now substituting the value, taking values of x, random values of x, and finding values of y for this equation, y equal to minus 1 by 3, we'll do it here. Alright, suppose for this x and y, suppose x is here 0, Suppose let us take x as 0, and so y becomes here, if we take 0, y becomes 2. All right. Suppose let us take x as 6. What does y becomes then? 6, 2s are 6, 2, it becomes 0. Y becomes 0. And suppose let us take x as minus 3. Let us take random value as minus 3. All right. If we take x as minus 3, so it becomes 5. All right. I'm sorry, it becomes 3, because minus 3 and it becomes 1. Minus 3, if it is there, 3 cancel out, minus minus becomes plus, it becomes 1, and 2 plus 1 becomes 3. It becomes 3. All right. So we obtained these three values, 0, 2, 6, 0 and minus 3, 3. So let us plot it in this graph now. 0, 2, 0 on the x-axis, 2 on the y-axis. All right, 0, 2 is this point. 6, 0, 6 on the x-axis and 0 on the y-axis, that is this point, is 6, 0. All right, this point. And minus 3, 3, minus 3 on the x-axis and 3 on the y-axis, that is this point somewhere here. Actually this is a plain paper, that's why values are the location of the points are approximate, not exact, because in the graph paper only you will be able to draw these locations exact. So this and this are the 3 points. All right, let us join. I'll roughly join this. So after joining, all right, after joining these two, you are able to see these two lines. This is equation, this is for the x plus 3y equal to 6. This line is for x plus 3y equals 6. All right, this line, and this is 4x plus 5y equals 20. So these two lines on the graph are meeting at this point somewhere here. All right. So this point, the abscissa and coordinate will just locate for this point, and this point is the solution of these two graphs. So when the two graphs actually meet at a single point, these two graphs, for finding a solution of two linear equations graphically, the lines for the two linear equations which will meet at a single point, that point will be the solution to those pair of equations. For this, two pairs of equations are 4x plus 5y equals 20 and x plus 3y equals to 6. So the solution for these two equations becomes this point, that is, suppose this is 4. I have drawn very roughly, that's why exact location of the point is not there. 4, 1. So the solution is 4, 1. Let this be 4 and this be 1. So the solution is 4, 1. 4, 1. The point solution is 4, 1. The abscissa is 4, coordinate is 1. So in this manner we can find solution to graphical equations, solution to linear equations by graphical method. All right, I hope you are able to see this. Suppose the first equation will be given, we will convert in the format y equals mx plus c. All right, 5y equals minus 4x plus 20, then y becomes equals to minus 4 by 5 and minus 4 by 5x plus 5. All right, so y becomes equals to minus 4 by 5x plus 5. Now we'll take three values of x, for which we will substitute the values of by randomly substituting values for x, we'll find the y also. And after that we'll create a table like this. Suppose the value of x is 0, y becomes 4 by substituting in that equation. All right, and for value of x 5, y becomes 0, value of x 10, y becomes minus 4. Similarly, again another second equation, x plus 3y equal to 6, we'll take it as y equal to mx plus c, that is 3y equals minus x plus 6, y equals to minus 1 by 3x plus 2. Again, for substituting putting values of x and finding values of y for this equation, also random values of x. 0 we have taken, for 0 it came, y came 2. 6 we have taken for x and y came 0. Minus 3 we have taken for x, so y came 3. Now so solving these two graphically, this and this, solving them graphically, we'll take 0 4, locate this point on this graph and draw the point, and after that 5 0 we'll locate and draw the point, 10 4 we'll locate and draw the point. After that we'll join using a straight line. Similarly this also will make a straight line, locate the points and join them by a straight line. The point where the lines of these two equations meet is the solution to the graphical equation. That is, suppose I have drawn it very roughly, so I suppose this solution came out to be 4 1. That is, 4 is the abscissa, 1 is the ordinate, 4 1, P 4 1. I hope you are clear with this graphical problem, how to solve using graphical method linear equations. So actually you have to draw this on a graph paper, not on this plain paper, but I have shown it in the plain paper very roughly. I hope you are able to get this concept. So now coming to the next section, that is distance formula. So now taking a look at distance formula, the distance between 2 points. Suppose 2 points are there, x1 y1. all right, this point be x2 y2. all right, x1 y1, x2 y2. So we have to find this distance, that is pq. P be x1 y1, q point be x2 y2. We have to find pq by distance formula. How do we do that? Let us join these two and join this. all right, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. all right, so x1 y1, x2 y2, pq. all right, so what is this distance? M. Let this be m and l n, suppose. So what is this qm? Qm is this distance is, you know, qn, the distance qn is y2. all right, and the distance mn is y1. all right, so qm becomes y2 minus y1. So qm becomes y2 minus y1. Similarly pm, what is pm? This on distance is x2. all right, and this distance ol distance is x1. So pm, that is equal to ln, becomes equals to on minus ol, that is x2 minus x1. that is pm equals x2 minus x1. This distance is x2 minus x1. So now this is a right angle. At angle M, angle PMQ is right angle triangle, so PQ becomes the hypotenuse. Therefore, applying Pythagoras theorem, PQ square equals PM square plus QM square. So PM is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, PQ square. So PQ equals root under x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So by distance formula, the distance between the points PQ is denoted by root under x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the formula for PQ. I hope you are able to get this. This is the formula, distance formula. You have to remember this formula so that you are able to solve problems regarding this. X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, the whole square, the root under whole root under x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, that is PQ. That is the distance, that is denoted by D. all right, now we'll take a look at few problems. Also please remember the distance from the origin, that is, I'll just overturn this page. all right, show you. Suppose x1 and y1, suppose x1 y1 be 0 0, that is the origin, and we have to find the distance of x2 y2 from 0 0. So it becomes x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square root under, that is p, that is the distance becomes. So the distance equals to root under x2 minus 0 whole square plus y2 minus 0 whole square, that is distance becomes root under x2 square plus y2 square, or the formula becomes x square plus y square. I hope you are able to get this what I am writing here. That is, if two points are there, that is one is origin 00 and another is xy, the distance of xy from the origin becomes, the distance becomes root under x square plus y square. This is the formula, distance formula for distance of, or distance of a point, that is p, from the origin. The distance becomes root under x square plus y square. This is according to the distance formula, which goes, I hope you are able to remember, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Just this x1 and y1 will take as origin 00 and will get x2 square plus y2 square, that is x square plus y square. It's very simple. I hope you are able to get this. I hope you are able to understand what I have written here. The distance of xy from origin becomes root under x square plus y square. Simple. Now we'll take a look at some problems regarding distance formula. Just we'll take a simple problem and wind up this chapter. Alright, problems regarding this distance formula are very simple, there's nothing. Alright, so taking the first problem, I may show two problems. 6, 9 is one point, 0, 1 is another point, and minus 6, minus 7. We have to show these points lie on a straight line. That is 3 points. These 3 points are collinear points. That is, they lie on a straight line. So let these 3 points be A, B, and C. All right, A, B, and C. So we have to show ABC is a straight line, that is AB and C are collinear. Alright, so how do we do that? Let's find the distance between A and B. That is AB equals root under, this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Alright, so x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Alright, so it becomes, sorry, there is a bit blur in today, so I hope you are able to see. x2 minus x1 becomes 0 minus 6 whole square plus y2 becomes 1 minus 9 whole square, so it becomes 6 6 are 36 plus 1 minus 9, 8 7 are 6, 8 8 are 64. Alright, 36 64 is 100, that is equal to 10. Alright, 10 square units, sorry, not square units, it's units. Alright, 10 units, or 10 we can simply write. Alright, AB is 10. Now calculating BC. For BC, this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. Alright, BC again will take, so what is this? Minus 6 plus 0, minus 6 minus 0, minus 6 minus 0 whole square plus minus 7 minus 1, minus 7 minus 1 whole square, the root under. Alright, 6 6 are 36 plus 8 6 are 64. Again it becomes root under 100, that is equal to 10. BC becomes equal to 10. Now what is AC? AC becomes minus 6 whole square. AC, I'll just write it, you know the formula very well, minus 6 whole square plus, alright, minus 7 minus 9 whole square plus minus 7 minus 9 whole square. Alright, alright, 36, I'm sorry, 12 12 is 144, it becomes 12, minus 12 whole square is 144, and 16 square is 256, which becomes equal to 256 plus 144 equals root under 400, that is equal to 20. Now we see that AB is 10, BC is 10, AC is 20. All right, AB is 10, BC is 10, AC is 20. So AC equals AB plus BC, that is since 20 equals to 10 plus 10, that is AC equals to AB plus BC. Hence A, B, C are collinear points since they lie on the same straight line, that is AC equals to AB plus BC. 10 plus 10 equals 20, therefore A, B and C lie on the same straight line, therefore they become collinear points. By proving this relation AC, this is very important relation, we proved just AC equals to AB plus BC by distance formula, and hence these 3 points are collinear. So we have taken this as x-axis and y-axis. The question which is given, this is the concept of reflection. We'll solve this by distance formula only. This is a concept of reflection which you can understand right now. The point 5 minus 1, what is 5 minus 1 here? 5 is on x-axis, 5 and minus 1 on y-axis. This is the point which is given, 5 minus 1 on reflection in x-axis is mapped at A dash. Suppose this A51, this is the point which is given A51, 5 minus 1, which on reflection in the x-axis is mapped as A dash. A dash is reflected in the A dash is the reflection of point A on in x-axis. So this is the x-axis. What is the reflection of A in x-axis? That is here. The point is here, it becomes here. That is the reflection is at A dash, that is the reflection becomes A dash, that is 5 1. Always remember that if a point is given, its reflection in the corresponding axis, suppose it is x-axis, suppose this point is given 5 minus 1, its reflection in the x-axis becomes 5 1, that is A dash. Alright, also A on reflection in y-axis, now this point becomes A dash. Now A on reflection in y-axis, this is the y-axis, and it is reflected in y-axis is mapped as A double dash. So 5 minus 1, it becomes minus 5 minus 1. This is A double dash. Alright, A double dash becomes minus 5 minus 1. Now we have to calculate the distance A dash and A double dash. So the coordinates of A dash becomes here 5 1, which we can see, and coordinates of A double dash becomes minus 5 minus 1. A double dash becomes minus 5 minus 1. Alright, so we have to find this A dash and A double dash distance. What is the distance between these 2 points? That is, consider this as x1 y1, this as x2 y2. Alright, x1 y1, x2 y2. Just put it in the distance formula. A dash A double dash equals root under x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Alright, x2 is minus 5, x1 is, so y2 is minus 1, this is minus 1, and y1 is minus 1 whole square. 100 plus 1, so it's root under, no, I'm sorry, minus 1 is 2, minus 2, that is 4, it becomes 4, so 104. So root under 104 is we'll just factorize. I'm sorry, it became blur. You can see this problem. 5 minus 5 is 10, minus 10 whole square is 100, minus 1 is minus 2 whole square is 4. Root under 104 we can also write is 2 root 26 units. So A double dash is root under 104 is 2 root 26 units. this is the answer. That is the distance between these 2 points, that is the reflections of point A. On x-axis is a dash 5 minus 1 becomes 5 1, and on y-axis it becomes minus 5 minus 1. All right, minus 5 minus 1. So the distance between now a dash and a double dash, that is x2, this one 5 1 we take 5 1 we take took x1 y1, minus 5 minus 1 we took x2 y2, and substituting in the formula root under x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, we get root under 104, that is 2 root 26 units. That is the value of a dash a double dash. All right, I hope you are clear with this problem. So thank you for your cooperation.